So, recent information from Xbox Chief Financial Officer Tim Stuart concerning their acquisition of ZeniMax paints an interesting picture, one that seems aligned with the idea that when Microsoft, or more specifically Xbox head Phil Spencer, made mention a while back of how those coveted ZeniMax games would be allocated or spread among competing platforms by saying it'd be case by case, while we may have thought exclusive or not, they may have had other intentions in mind. Before we go any further, please be sure to hit the like button as it truly helps out the video. And if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe and also hit the bell notification icon as well. So as soon as a new video goes live, you will certainly be notified. All right, thank you so much. Let's jump right in. So, full transparency of where I personally stood concerning Microsoft's acquisition of ZeniMax. My opinion on the matter was founded on the idea that Microsoft would in fact offer the best of ZeniMax, or whatever that would be, from their position only to the Xbox ecosystem. Of course, again, that has been my opinion, as I believe it legitimizes the need for an Xbox in general. In addition, the idea that Xbox has no games has been founded on this notion that aside from the multi-platform games which can be played elsewhere, those other or exclusive titles were far few in between gave relevance to this concern. Now, seemingly, here we are once again. So, Xbox Chief Financial Officer, as mentioned before, Tim Stuart, at the recent Jefferies Interactive Entertainment conference discussed their Microsoft plans with Bethesda once the acquisition with the parent company ZeniMax was completed sometime in 2021, where at that time, ZeniMax would become part of Xbox Game Studios. I'll say it from a cross-platform perspective. Microsoft is a platform. We're one of the first to really support Minecraft, Roblox, Fortnite across platforms. So we highly encourage cross-platform play, simply from this landscape of, if it's good for the gaming ecosystem, it's good for us. Classic riding tide lifts all boats. The plan in the long run is to release Bethesda games either first on Microsoft platforms, Xbox, PC, and Gamepass, or to be better on those platforms. So let's just stop right there for a moment. Now, we do understand that there are other development studios under the ZeniMax umbrella other than Bethesda. Yet, we believe Stuart points out Bethesda in particular due to their uber popular offerings such as the Elder Scrolls series, including Fallout and the hotly anticipated Starfield, among others. So let me ask you, what does this sound like? What I'm hearing is either those Bethesda games will not be exclusive and will still make their rounds to PlayStation and Nintendo after a timed exclusive period, or these games will launch day one across the Xbox and competing hardware, but in this case somehow better, again based on what is being said. In fact, Stuart even doubles down on this statement with clarification by stating, "What we'll do in the long run is we don't have intentions of just pulling all of Bethesda's content out of Sony or Nintendo or otherwise," he continued. "But what we want is that content in the long run to be either first or better, or best, or pick your differentiated experience on our platforms. We will want Bethesda content to show up the best on our platforms." Yes, that's not a point about being exclusive. That's not a point about us adjusting timing or content or a roadmap. But if you think about something like Game Pass, if it shows up best in Game Pass, that's what we want to see. And we want to drive our Game Pass subscriber base through that Bethesda pipeline. So again, I'm not announcing pulling content from platforms one way or the other, but I suspect you'll continue to see us shift towards a first or better or best approach on our platforms. Taking this for face value, when it comes to Bethesda games, this means one way or another, games developed by Bethesda will remain multi-platform games. As far as those games from studios such as MachineGames, Ninja Theory, The Initiative, including Arkane Studios or ID Software and so on, no one can really say, as Bethesda has been all the talk. Thinking about how Stuart explains their games and their value aligned with Xbox, this reinforces just how aggressive Microsoft is getting behind Game Pass. Nowhere in Stuart's explanation was being permanently exclusive an option for Microsoft, so it seems. However, it does seem as though Microsoft is determined to play fair while in an effort to not stranglehold their Bethesda games as Xbox exclusives, but rather as the best value option. This is interesting. I'm sure there are some Xbox faithful who would rather Microsoft go for the jugular and not allow their first-party studio games on competing platforms. But here's the thing. If Stuart has officially laid out the Xbox plan and how they intend on handling those Bethesda games, Why would this not apply to those recently acquired studios? And if that is the case, and Microsoft feels so generous, could there actually be a future where series such as Gears of War or Forza, The State of Decay, or even the Xbox coveted Halo end up on other competing hardware? I understand that sounds absolutely crazy. Please tell me, however, the last time Gears of War, Forza, or even a Halo game sold better as an exclusive over Fallout or The Elder Scrolls. If you said those games sold better because they were multi-platform games, you are actually proving my point. And there you have it.